Yes, God, or Allah, you, God, have refused to take your place, and you are the reason why the world is the way it is. It's the why the systems of oppression and negligence is the way it is because you, God, have refused to take your place. Today I'm going to talk about the law, the lower God and the higher God, or God and Lord. Yes, we go and forget that nature or creation or God, the whole, the one, and everything guides us, each and every creature or being on this earth. And for those who don't know, your languages are part of your guidance. They have hidden meaning. Words are powerful in that knowledge or knowing the ledge is power. Forget about the force that security or the lower God would use, but always use the higher by thinking, the mind. The lower God or the body that uses most of resources as a human resource, as your enslavement is taking place with this body and addictions and all that, which makes you the lower God, or the Lord. You have been imprisoned, or you have been told not to go to your higher self, meaning not to go to the God in the sky, in the heaven, in your head, in your mind, is where everything happens. And since it sickens me to say that most of blacks or Negroes or Africans have neglected and turned away to their minds, to their thinking ability, and given it away to their enslaver or their capture in a Stockholm syndrome sickness that they don't even want to accept that they are sick and have to take responsibility of their illness and start looking for the cure. Psychiatry, which is to know thyself and ask the question, who I am without all of this material or informative societies like religions, tribes, cultures, or occults, which are hidden. Who are you without these things? That is who you are, is God. And God is you or Allah, whatever you want to call this energy. Forget about the wholeness where people have religious or these societies of religions. You are enslavers from the Persian Byzantine Empire, who came and enslaved your ancestors, stolen your lands, and now you think that your lands are their lands, and you don't even know because they've hidden the information right in front of you. And your stupidity and not taking time to ask or pay attention in the words where normally it's hidden in front of you. It's becoming an illness. It's becoming a problem. And you have hated yourself. And yes, I'm talking to you, the Negroes, or the blacks, or the African, whatever you want to call yourselves, or they have been told to think. You are God, and everything man is God, be it white or black or white, which is basically day and night. I repeat, that is day and night, or the sun and the moon. So the darkness does not mean that it's bad, and daylight does not mean that it's good. It just means everything, all these energies are different, but they all serve the same purpose. They all help you, or can cause you harm. That being said, and you have to stop putting hierarchies or taking away your responsibility as a God or as part of the natural cycle of life, and take your place so you can rule the body. It is in every human's best interest to treat these children, your born children, how to be gods, or God, or energy, or Allah, whatever you want to call this energy. Every being has this to make sure that it can manage itself in this world, so it can have a better experience and forget about the lower gods that have been now taken your attention, and of using fear, intimidation, and corruption, making you say, don't follow your mind, that your mind is the devil, or your mind is the wrong thing to think, is the wrong thing. That is your imprisonment, and it's causing too much pain to nature or the creation all around you. So I just wanted to put out this announcement for the black man has fallen for a long time and is not getting up. You need to get up, black humans. You need to stop living in hell and get back in heaven and think. Thinking is in the mind. That is the heaven. And hell is you being on the ground and feeding off what you're being told that is the best way to move. Desires, lust, greed, showing off, prestige, or persona, or your looks. You have been told that you are not one of the best creations on the earth, and that you are an ugly thing that needs an imaginary God to worship. Forget about the gods of war of the so-called Muslim, or the so-called Christians, or the so-called Buddhas, or so-called Hindus. All these are gods of war. These are gods that were meant to imprison your mind. You, the God, supposed to be free and experience. But the cowardice or the people of this, or the deceivers, or the law, or the people who write and use the spells to spell out things that keep you in the dark, in the books, in the box, so you cannot figure out who you are. Call it whatever you want to call it, but you know the truth when you hear it, and your fear will keep you in hell for a long time. You have to get out of hell. Forget about, control these emotions. Control the emotions that your pain was reflected on you by your parents, or your adults, or your culture, or your religion, or you forget about, or manage those programs. Because just like a computer, you have a virus, and you need an antivirus. You need to get that virus out of your head and make a new, because you have been programmed to look that way, and you don't even know it. That's a sickness of denying yourself to find out the real truth. So you are God. You are the gods that people of old have been telling since the beginning of time in the books. All of you are part of God. God is one energy, one power. It comes from the top to the bottom. So depending on how you want to look at God, it's an energy. It has no ending. It has no beginning. It is a constant power, energy that flows. When you're better off being, other than being a coward, or being afraid, you might as well kill yourself, because the death is the other freeing of your soul, the one that is trapped in the body, because it can't take it no more. That's why most of the humans would prefer to die than have to be in so much pain and suffer. That being said, you can free yourself by committing suicide and save yourself a lifetime of destruction, of destroying what is good. Or think and take all the pain that is going to come to you inflicted on you by other humans, so that they can keep you in the dark, and take all that pain and learn from it, and control it and understand it, and tell them to still stay in their hell if they want to, but you are going to heaven, and you are going to see your Father in heaven. You are the mind, and the mind is you. You are one. The spirit, or the God, or the soul, or the light and darkness. Long will you reign until you figure out yourself.